Final preparations being made. William getting his spending money for his trip with just me and our driver. Actually, we do have a driver.
Buenos días.
Buenos dias.
Okay.
All right, William. Let's do it.
Vamos.
Vamos.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to a silly man in his 30s getting excited by small brown birds. The morning of my birdwatching tour had finally arrived. William, my guide, and Walter, our driver, were at the helm of our trusty Hyundai Soccer Mum van. Manu Explorers, the tour operator, usually only runs these things with a minimum of 2 clients, but I managed to score this trip all by myself. Our first stop before heading over the Andes was to Lagona Hakape, the best wetlands in the Cuzco district, an hour east of the city. This was it. The moment I had dreamt of for over a year had arrived. It was time to start birding. And what a place to begin. As flocks of Puna ibis graced the skies over our heads, I used the opportunity to learn a little bit more about William.
All right, been a good start to the morning so far. We've had 2 Cinereus harriers, 1 variable hawk, some yellow-winged blackbirds, plenty of ducks. This is William. He's my guide for the next 6 days. He was just telling me about how his grandfather raised guinea pigs without a cage.
Yes, one in the kitchen.
In the kitchen. Can you believe it? No cage, and it was his job to count how many there were. We have seen a couple of wild guinea pigs running around the bottom of the reeds. So we're still keeping an eye out for puna teal, yellow pintail, and a few other things. But it is a gorgeous morning. The sun has just crested over the top of the Andes, and the valley is full of fog, which will burn off soon, I'm sure. But the morning sun is glorious.
William was a true unashamed birder. The night before we left, he had asked me to write down my main target species. I think this is usually geared towards American birders with crazy life lists looking to fill their missing species in, because I felt a little bit embarrassed writing down on his piece of paper toucans, tanagers, trogons, and quetzals. Again, I think this is the equivalent of a Peruvian birder asking an Aussie tour guide to try and find them cockatoos, kookaburras, and honeyeaters. Straight away, William could see that I was a big lister, and really made it his goal to get me as many species as possible in our 6 days together. His plan of attack after this hide was to slowly walk/drive our way around the lagoon, stopping at spots he knew were good for certain species.
Let me try one more time. This is blue and yellow Tanager.
Yep. Here we go. Here we go.
At this point, I knew he was a legit birder because we would stop the car very suddenly and in sketchy places to look at stuff.
Oh, the hawk. Oh, it's pretty close. I might get a shot.
Being completely absorbed in the birding, I kind of forgot to document a lot of this area, and before I knew it, we were stopping for lunch at Puacatambo in the heart of the Andes. Here, I enjoyed possibly the most scenic poo of my life, staring at this colonial bridge from the outhouse window.
What a morning it's been. Racked up an absolute stack of species. It's been a fun combination of good known areas that William's like, here we should be able to see this. And then like super impromptu, like slam on the brakes. Oh my God, there's a bird right there kind of thing. So it's been a fun combination of planned and unplanned stopping.
After a quick stroll through town, it was back onto the Manu Road and into cloud altitude now. Before getting there, we did make a brief stop to find the, and I'm not kidding you, bearded mountaineer. A Peruvian endemic with a ridiculous name and equally incredible distribution. One thing I learnt about species distribution in South America is that more often than not, birds are actually distributed by altitude rather than X and Y area. This means every 500 metres or so of elevation difference can give you an entirely new set of species, even if you've only travelled a few kilometres laterally.
Which one was that?
This meant it was time to hop out and start looking for birds in this high elevation altitude band.
Over there, coming.
Oh, yeah.
Like this. Still one of those in there, I think. Yeah. 3 stripes rattler. The one that has like a yellow brow.
Yeah. I've got it.
Oh, something else to the right. Oh, this one, the 3 stripes. White-throated tyrannolet.
Yeah, I need to get closer. There's fog. Oh God.
That one is the white-throated. Yeah, over there. Showing us the white-throat. Oh, down in the lower right branch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, a fully yellow bird as well. What's that? Yellow.
The female, I think, the Russian yellow Tanager.
That is a beautiful bird.
This was so good. It almost felt like cheating. I thought I had good eyes, but William was on another level.
Oh, what's that? Little bird. Oh.
Syrian metal tail.
Now don't get me wrong, those little birds were lovely, but at the next stop, William wanted us to try and find one of the real stars of the high altitude.
Oh, yeah, there's something in there. Yes. Oh, there he goes.
Yes, with 100 lifers under my belt. Well, actually more than that because I haven't done the Bossa montage yet. It was time to head to our first lodge of the Manu Road, Waikecha.
Alright, here we are, arrived at the first lodge that we're staying at. Just going to have a quick look around the gardens first. Then we'll pop back in the van and look for some nightjars, and then we'll kind of settle in. Oh, yeah, genuinely in the clouds. Hola. Nice to meet you.
But this was no time for reception desks and security deposit holds. We had birds to see. I was rushed to the bird feeders, and when I gazed out into the foggy mist...
Oh, wow. Oh, what are they, guans?
I almost overdosed on new lifers.
Oh my God.
In this figure here.
Yes.
The small one over there is the white-bellied wood star.
Oh, wow, that's a big one. The big one? Oh my gosh, so much to look at.
Front leg, that one in the feeder. Lexar, violet ear.
I don't need to show you the pictures afterwards, I think.
Yeah, I think we did. Rufous breasted coronet. Long tail, field. Here, new one for us. The feeder.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, this is the one with the blue on the top. What's that one?
That one perched to the left of the feeder is long-tailed sylph. See the feeder on the right side? Now on the feeder. Oh, she's in a way, perching now up there. There's a long-tailed sylph.
Yeah, got it. Oh, wow. My goodness.
This was a hummingbird frenzy. Now I really was going into
birds
mode. They're so quick and difficult to get photos of, and of course to a complete hummingbird noob like me from Australia, all look quite similar, so William was really doing the heavy lifting with the IDing here. Searching for nightjars before dinner, which I didn't film, We got brief looks but no photos of the outrageous swallow-tailed nightjar, and then stopped briefly for a meal back at the dining lodge that honestly wouldn't be out of place at a Michelin star restaurant. The birding wasn't over though, as we then headed out owling along the jungle road, but called it quits after 2 hours with no birds. Only then did I finally make it back to my room after 17 hours of bird watching.
Oh. Okay. Well, that was amazing. Fantastic. But nonetheless, to date, the biggest day of birding of my life. And I am wrecked. Feel like I've been hit by a train. Oh, my stomach is just going a million miles an hour. I don't think I've got food poisoning. Somebody said to me it's a, quote, rite of passage in Peru to get food poisoning. It doesn't feel like that, but I think it's kind of like, it's like the Olympic athlete on the starting blocks kind of feeling. But anyway, progress stops for no gut issues.
Verbal footnote here to say it also probably had something to do with the 4 or 5 cups of coffee I had back in Pacatambo, which I found out is actually made from a concentrate, not an American drip style.
Because tomorrow we get up at 6 and we start to look for antpittas, which are apparently some of the most difficult birds to find in the entire birding world. So that'll be cool. For now, though, good night.
And with that, we've made it out of the lodge. All right, well, what a start to day 2 we've had. This morning at about 6:30 a.m, we took a little box of like mealworms and some rice, and we walked down this little jungle path. To this log that was just sitting there and it waiting for us, and I mean like expectantly waiting for us, was an antpitta.
Anyone? Either.
And there's 3 or 4 antpittas that the staff here at the lodge have like almost like not domesticated but like befriended, to the point where Nico would call them by nickname.
Watcha. Wakey. Watcha. Wakey.
And they would come in and eat the worms like 3 meters in front of you. It was crazy. For context, an antpitta, I'm trying to think of an equivalent Australian bird. It'd be like having a tame pilot bird, some sort of like elusive, small, dark, rarely seen bird that they had somehow like befriended this group of them. So it was a fantastic opportunity to get some photos of an incredibly difficult species to see. And then after that, we attempted to photograph one of the most difficult to see genuses of birds on planet Earth, tapaculos, which I had never even heard of until this morning. So we did manage some very, very brief glimpses at a trilling tapaculo. Charlie, who's also staying in the lodge, whose, I think, life list is about to tick over 4,000 birds, said that getting any photo of a tapaculo is like a special moment and you should pat yourself on the back. So we have escaped up the slippery gravel ramp of the lodge and are now driving back down the Manu Road to look. What are we looking for, William?
We're looking for the 2 different species of antpittas now.
2 more different species of antpittas. This is where we were last night looking for the nightjars.
Mariano, one of the guys, gonna come to Open this door, and down there we have chance to see the red and white Antpitta.
Oh, great.
While we are waiting for him, we're going to the little bit here. Oh, yeah, some motion over there. Let's go.
And that right there was a perfect example of why William was the bird guy of Manu National Park. The man lives and breathes birds. He wasn't just going through his obligated duties showing me around Manu. Absolutely any spare moment we had, he was looking for birds because he genuinely loves to. I mean, look at his field guide compared with mine. Mine came from a different kind of Amazon. His is covered in Amazon.
Gracias. Oh, yeah, okay. So there. Oh, right. So this is similar to the other one. A little bit lighter. It's coming. Oh, it's coming already. Okay, quick, get the exposure. Oh, it's massive. Yes, grande. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Seeing birds like that, it's like seeing Bigfoot. Stop too. This one, similar kind of light, a little darker. Secret wooden door, into the jungle we go. Oh, this is a little more compact. He's calling it by name.
Chiquito.
This one is more difficult, apparently. More secretive than the other one.
Chiquito.
As the minutes passed by, I was beginning to think that perhaps a free meal and the woos of a human companion weren't going to be enough to lure this rarely seen species out. But then...
And there. And there it is. It's a little shaft of sunlight. It's a little ball. A little ball of bird.
Having alleviated my Antpitta appetite, we pressed on down the Manu Road, but now things were getting real. We were now entering Toucan territory.
All right, we're trying for our first, can you believe it, toucan spot. I think if I see this, I might actually cry.
First, we checked one of the tree trunks that this particular high elevation species of toucan we were looking for was known to hang around. Nobody home at the moment, so instead we targeted some other high altitude species.
Oh, there's something.
Also, my microphone decided it wanted everyone to sound like a bit of a robot up here. Maybe it was the lack of oxygen.
We just found a bird that made William say, oh my god. So it must be good, the chestnut-breasted cotinga. Crested, chestnut-crested cotinga.
Lower right branch, see like a flower? A red flower? Just
See.
below that.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
That's all you're gonna get the nest. No, superciliaris hemispincus. Like a white brow.
Spectacled.
Shortly after snapping that Katinga, a commotion was spotted a little further down the road where another tour company was, and that's when William said, "Run."
We just got a thumbs up from the other tour company, which is birding on the same road for something. William started running, so I started running. I don't know what for.
The last tree, lower right branch, so it's making a triangle down there. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Mountain toucan.
Great.
There's another small bird in the tree with it. William, with the toucan, there's another small bird eating fruit. Same tree. To the left and behind.
Rudy, just down below to the toucan, the branch, horizontal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Having barely caught my breath from the toucan in the tree, Walter, our driver, beckoned us back over to the tree hollow from earlier.
Walter, the driver's just found something. Toucan at the nest. What the?
He said on this tree, down there is the toucan.
Time slowly passed as we patiently waited near this hollow, waiting to potentially observe one of the rarest sights in the Amazon. Until eventually, our patience was rewarded and we were greeted with this sight.
Buenos dias. Get in! Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I got a great photo.
It was time to depart the highlands of the cloud forest and make our way to the mid-level jungle, around 1500 metres elevation, where yet another completely new set of birds were waiting to be found. Our destination, the Cock of the Rock Lodge, a purpose-built birding lodge set up just for the weird Kentons of the world. We stopped briefly on our way to the lodge for William to scheme more birdie plans.
Quiere comer lebrita.
Yeah, ¿y cuánto cuesta la visitada? I was talking with this man. He's the owner of this Tanager garden.
Oh, yeah?
To come tomorrow in the morning. He said it's okay, 6:30. Between 6:30 to 7.
6:30 to 7?
Uh-huh. It's available, the nest, how much you have to walk.
Mott.
Yes.
Okay. We have arrived at night. We spent so much time looking for birds. Oh, there's a massive moth in the room already. Don't go near me. Cock of the Rock Lodge. This one's quite a bit more wild. We have electricity between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. So I'm going to get my skates on and get power boards and chargers and stuff ready for that, because that's about to happen soon, and not in my room either, only in the dining room. So I've got a little solar lamp here. So we're going to look for, there's one species of owl that inhabits around the grounds of the lodge. And we'll have a big day tomorrow. I really hope there are windows that I can close in here. Okay, dawn breaks on another day in Manu. The lodge was quite pleasant to stay at overnight. Had a good dose of electricity in the evenings and in the morning. We had breakfast at 5:30, bright and early, and we are heading maybe 45 minutes back up in elevation to a Tanager garden. This is a property, like a privately managed garden, specifically to attract tanagers for photographers.
In the darkness of a cloudy dawn, we marched up what you might initially think is a rather unassuming garden. But let me tell you, this was another birding heaven moment. An overwhelming flurry of tanagers and hummingbirds awaited us, hyperactive at the feeders already.
Oh yeah.
Now, for the Aussies watching who may not be aware, tanagers comprise a massive family of birds with over 350 species, sadly none of which occur in Australia, but many of which are just as vibrant and colourful as our parrots.
For the Tanager. The side is lower stick to the banana behind of it.
Oh yeah, yes.
White line Tanager above that, and the next banana above it. Golden Tanager. Right. The first.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a squirrel?
Yeah.
Brown.
Brown sea Inca.
Weather update. It's pouring in the dry season, which is pretty normal around here. It's fantastic to see all these birds, but it does kill me. I can't take photos of any of them. We're at 6400 ISO and 1/80th of a second, and it's almost black. That's how it's so dark. So we're just kind of enjoying them. Some of the tiny little hummingbirds are very cute. Hopefully this blows over and we get a little bit of light. So really I'm just enjoying being here in the environment with the birds. Does kill me a little bit about the light though. All right, another half an hour has passed or so and it's still hammering down. The storm that's above us is getting fairly intense. We've just had an enormous crunch of thunder and lightning close enough that I swear we could hear it crackle on the ground somewhere. So that's all a bit exciting. We've had a few other rarer hummingbirds come in, but the little ones get bullied out of the way by the big ones, as seems to be the case everywhere.
Now, the weather wasn't the only thing causing issues. It was at this garden that I started noticing some worrying behaviour from my travel vlogging camera. See here as I look back suspiciously at the camera? That's because it had just stopped recording without me telling it to for the third time in a row, and this was bad news. My SD card had gone bad. Despite being purchased from brand new and functioning perfectly for the Brisbane episode, which occurred just before this trip, in the middle of the Amazon it had decided it couldn't handle my 360 camera's data rate anymore. As quickly as that hummingbird came and went, this card was cooked. It would only record for 5 to 15 second bursts and then stop. So it really is a shame, but you're all going to dip on seeing a lot of the crazy shit that happened over the next few days in the Amazonian lowlands. But let me try and fill you in as best I can with what I do have. As we moistly departed the Tanager garden, soaking in the rain and a stack of new lifers, including these. we drove through a literal waterfall to make our way to the bird-watching jewel of this area, the Cock of the Rock breeding lek.
Okay, we have arrived at the lek, which I think means like meeting place. And this is the little path off the side of the road.
And of course, there was more to see than just cocks and rocks around this area. Some of the highlights around the lodge included From here we made our way down to low altitude, where we stopped in at what truly was one of the most memorable experiences of the whole trip. Trudging around this privately owned nature reserve in the absolute pouring rain with 7 or 8 of some of the world's most elite birders from Europe, the US, and even fellow Aussie Nick Volpe, where I was able to talk about Aussie rules football for a while. Soaking wet, but honestly having an amazing time. We nailed a heap of rare and ridiculous birds. Then it was a short drive over to Inc. Amazonia, a kind of birding backpacking lodge, for lunch, where we met Pancho, the rescued white-throated toucan. Now initially, I thought Pancho was a fully wild toucan that just happened to be visiting this perch near the dining hall when we arrived. However, when I started to see this behaviour, and then this behaviour, and then this,
Pancho, what you doing?
I knew that perhaps Pancho wasn't quite the primal toucan I was hoping for. Nevertheless, I was happy to tick him, especially given we did hear more natural white-throated toucans calling from further in the valley later. There were a few other more wild birdie beauties too. Finally, it was time to say goodbye to Walter the car driver and hello to Augustus the boat driver for a few days as we made our way over the river in Atalaya to our last lodge. Getting here truly was a wild experience.
I'm gonna walk very slowly, maybe 15 minutes.
Oh, that's okay.
Well,
I can walk through the puddles with confidence now.
And the lodge itself was pretty wild too. Only one knob on that shower, and trust me, it ain't hot. tricky photography conditions around the lodge, but William and I did manage to find many hours before dawn the next day. I'm talking like maybe a 3:30 alarm. We headed back over the river and into an off-road vehicle to take us beyond the bounds of roads, as that's what was required to reach the Clay Lick. I couldn't even accurately tell you where I was at this point. I think somewhere downstream around here. Either way, it was a full-on drive, but the only way to witness a very special phenomenon. This little bit of exposed clay on the side of the mountain here is like the cocaine of the Amazon for birds. Well, except for the actual cocaine, I guess. All sorts of salts and mineral deposits are exuded from the clay here, which parrots can't get elsewhere from their diet. So every morning at dawn, a chorus of hundreds of exotic parrots descend on the cliffs to feed. These included I'm honestly spewing I didn't have a functioning video camera here to capture this moment, because it was the most peaceful scene of the trip. We had pancakes and tea, listened to the river, and of course found and photographed as many birds around the bamboo forest as possible.
Just had an awesome morning up at dawn at the Parrot Clay Lick. Got about 4 or 5 different kinds of parrots, including scarlet macaws, chestnut-fronted macaws. Got a new species of toucan. It's been once in a lifetime awesome today. Weather has held off, hasn't rained much at all. Probably noticed that I haven't been talking or recording entries to camera recently, because in the last few days my vlogging camera has decided it doesn't want a camera anymore, but we are hunting for the last big 3 ticket items on my list on this, our last full day in the Amazon. The sunbitten, the hoatzin and the horn screamer. They're the last big 3 to go.
Now remember back when I said that William asked me to list the birds I wanted to see on the trip the night before we left? Those 3 birds were there for a reason, as they're all from monotypic families. That is, they are the only species, not just of their genus, but their entire taxonomic family. Although the screamer is one of 3 species, but the hoatzin is in its own bloody order.
Right now we're walking alongside some rocky creek, which apparently is the right kind of habitat for sunbitten. Alright, lock in, game time. Let's look for this sunbitten.
Holy moly. but with a landslide imminent, we decided it best to get out of the area. William then had the idea to enlist the help of our boat driver Augustus and his son Roberto to get us to Machuhuase Lagoon, a site upstream where we would be in for a chance to see all 3 of my final targets.
We've just taken a short boat ride down the river. Apparently, almost guaranteed for Watson and a chance for horned screamer. Man, I love birding on a boat. It's so much fun. You see so much stuff that you don't get in any other context. So, for now, lots more of this. Lots of rock scrambling, which is not amazingly comfortable in gumboots.
Our awkward gumboot stumble along the rocks paid off though, as William leapt with excitement and told me to look to my left. Excellent. 1 down, 2 more to go. But to say that the track deteriorated after this point would be an understatement.
Oh, that... I'm stuck. There we go.
After wading through 754 Olympic swimming pools of mud later, we finally reached the lagoon, where I could once again assume my knobhead pose, as William very kindly gondoliered me around the lagoon. Not having my eye in at first, I was worried we'd arrived on a really quiet day, but once William pointed out the objects roosting above the water, I had found target number 2. As Hoatzins flew inches from our raft, we kept our eyes out for the final target, the screamer. But it was our ears that alerted us to this demonic unicorn bird. This bird was undoubtedly the pinnacle of my time in the Amazon. An enormous bird that looks and sounds like it guards the gates of Hades. One that I had thought about for years after I read about it in this Guinness Book of Records entry. All the travel, all the expense, all the effort was worth it to witness these utterly bizarre and uncommon birds. And yes, of course, there were obviously a stack of other cool birds here too. But with that, my time in the Amazon was up. It was time to head back over all the ground we had covered in the last 5 days and get back to Cuzco for a much-needed hot shower. But of course, William and I are birders. We're not just going to blast past all our favourite sites again without stopping. There were more lifers to be found.
I'm in Costa Rica and things are about to get wet. What the? Oh, it's amazing. Oh my gosh, a toucan. Oh my God, there's a woodpecker right there.
Crocodiles, piranhas, snakes, poison dart frogs, centipedes, tarantulas, and now big cats?
I am screwed. I'm actually screwed.